things and stuff.
All right, fellas, you guys ready to knock into this thing?
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Jameson on the Rocks podcast. Today I have with me 3 members of the band, Actus Reus. Am I saying that right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
Right.
Nice.
Thank y'all for coming in, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jameson.
It took us a while to get on the books, but we made it happen, fellas. We made it happen.
Yes,
Finally.
sir. Yeah.
How has everything been for you guys? You guys been having a good new year and everything? And after that, I want to go through and tell the camera you guys' names and occupations within the band. And how many members are we missing?
2.
2?
Mhm.
Sorry, that was a lot of intake there. Go ahead, go ahead and tell the camera you guys' names, occupation in the band, and age would be nice.
Okay, cool. I'm Jack. I play guitar, and I do a lot of the graphic design and some of the web stuff.
Oh, nice. The graphic design stuff's good, by the way.
Thank
Hats
you,
off.
sir.
I didn't know you did that.
And how old are you, son?
I'm 23.
Nice. My name's Logan. I play bass in the band, run some social media, some booking stuff,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of business behind it and stuff, I guess.
Huh.
And I am 24. Jesus.
Same. Right here?
And I'm Landon. I also play guitar, and I host the practices at my parents' basement.
His parents are the best.
Legend.
Shout out to Dave and Lori.
Shout out to your parents, man.
Yeah,
Good for
shout
you
out
guys.
Dave and Lori.
And tell me about the other 2 members briefly. What were their names and occupations, just so I know.
Yeah, so
For context.
The vocalist is Adam Rose,
Adam
and he is 24,
Uh-huh.
and he also does a lot of the writing of the music,
The vast majority.
production,
Uh-huh.
talking with the producer,
Yeah.
guy who's mixing, mastering, and all that stuff. And then we have Isaac Wynn Broquist. Call him Isaac or Wynn. We call him Wynn.
Either or.
And he is the machine gun on the drums.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
How did you guys all get together, and how long have y'all been together?
A weirdly long
8.
amount of time.
It has been weirdly long,
I
man.
think.
Really?
Yeah, but like, yeah, me and him were
9.
friends in high school. Yeah, it must have been like 9 years.
9 years.
Wow.
I've
That's
I've
so
known you.
weird.
That's
Dude.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro. That's a long
9,
time.
Might be 10.
First official show was 2014.
Okay, I
think.
guess. But like, yeah. So
Yeah.
like, I met him just
Definitely
like,
known you for 10 years.
yeah, through like
Huh.
playing guitar and stuff. We were in like 8th grade and all that.
Yeah.
I was like just
Yeah.
picking up the bass and stuff. And we started a band with some other buddies, and it was called Actus Reus.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the first name.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
Huh.
the first name, and we just stuck with it, I guess.
Here
like
you
it.
are.
But then it wasn't really serious. We were just, screwing around playing covers.
A bunch
Yeah.
of people came in and out before we got to this lineup.
Oh yeah, a bunch
Yeah.
of people. And Adam joined in high school too. He went to our high school. And
That's where your first original came from at that point, right?
yeah. Adam started laying down some ideas for originals
Mhm.
when he came into the band, and he was playing drums and doing vocals at the same time. It was, it was impressive.
And you're not in the band yet, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
No,
Not at
yeah,
this point?
I met him here in college.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
met
shit.
Logan here.
Yeah.
But you're UGA guy, right? Are you guys all UGA guys?
Just me and him.
Just
Yeah.
me and him. Okay. Because I
Yeah.
never wondered, like, I remember hearing about you guys playing, like a lot of house parties, it seemed like, right?
Yeah, we
In
did
the
house
earlier
parties.
days.
We did Caledonia Lounge.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I love that place so
Yeah.
much.
But like I remember hearing about you guys a lot, and then I was like, maybe they're not an Athens band, maybe they're an Atlanta band. So like, which technically are you guys? Technically Atlanta.
It's Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely is now.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were first starting out, like, yeah, our first legit gigs were here at
Yeah.
the Caledonia Lounge
Awesome.
and all that stuff. Like, it was the first shows we actually had a sound guy, actually got paid and stuff. Like, we were just playing in people's basements in
Yeah.
high school,
Yeah.
playing pretty bad renditions of cover songs.
Yeah.
A rite of
30-minute
passage.
sets.
Yeah. It was a rite of passage. We learned a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started getting serious here in college, and we had a drummer before, Wynn,
Mhm.
Nick Zimmer. I met him here at UGA
I
too.
feel like I've heard that name. Wasn't he in another one of your bands?
He's
Am I
in a-
mistaken?
He was in Ruha with Logan.
That's it. I remember
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
that.
Me and him started that at first, and then I eventually convinced him to join Actus Reus,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Come play some metal music, man."
Mhm.
He had to bring me over to the dark side.
Did
too.
he? He
Yeah.
had to talk you into
Yeah,
it?
and-
I didn't listen to metal at all before I met this guy.
Yeah,
Well, you fit in like a charm, it seems like.
and then we did a few shows,
Yeah.
not too many, and then we eventually convinced him to join, and it was when we were recording our first EP, and he got on, I think, 2 songs.
I don't know. I
think
think
of
it
the
was one. It was like the last song they were recording. I got to add in like a little lick, and I was
Let's
like,
go.
Yeah.
We're in there. We're in there, baby.
And then started picking up a good bit,
Yeah.
and then a little bit down the line, when he kind of saw we were getting pretty serious, doing Atlanta shows, like just not staying so local to Athens, you know. He parted ways.
Yeah, fair
It's
enough.
fine, you know. Great dude.
You're still a bud.
Still a great friend. Wouldn't be here without him.
Love
for sure.
it, man.
yeah, absolutely.
But then we brought in Win. That we knew him in high school. He's a few years older than us.
Okay.
Went to shows with them in high school.
Yeah,
and
we
stuff,
went to like metal shows with him in high school and all
sick.
that. And
Sick.
we were at an Iron Maiden show
Wicked.
in
2019.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, that sounds right. 2019. And we played him a really early version of the first single we released off our upcoming album, Jimmy, the song. And he liked it. He liked it a lot. And we told him about the drummer situation. I didn't really I knew, because we knew him in high school and we knew he was an insane drummer. We definitely tried to recruit him a few times. We was like, you guys are like 3 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, I was like, we weren't very serious by any means, so I don't blame him at all, you know? But then, so I was like kind of playing it off, like, oh yeah, I mean, like, yeah, we're looking for a drummer and all this stuff.
We
And
got
like,
some-
I didn't like straight
You
up
gotta
off,
play hard
I
to
didn't straight
get.
up offer it to him. I don't even know if he knows that. But I was like, that was like my scheme.
It worked, man. Good for you.
It did, man. I love that dude.
And how does he go from drums to singing though? You said he
Oh
knows
yeah,
to sing,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So Adam was always singing. He's got a great voice, can scream like fucking crazy.
Sounds
you know?
like it from the recordings I've heard. I was
Yeah,
really
man.
impressed. I was like, geez.
And so he never liked singing and drumming. He was like, I want to just do vocals.
Yeah, I bet. You know
but
what I mean?
finding a legitimate drummer is tough. And we did get Nick to originally, and then Adam went away from drums.
Yeah,
He was more than happy to, you know.
I
He
bet.
played keyboard for a while too before we started playing with backing tracks.
Yeah, he
Really?
did that. That's right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, I didn't know you guys were backing tracks. That's cool. You guys still on them?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
just have Win wearing headphones with the metronome, and we just all stay on with him.
Oh, fucking right, dude. That's a good way to do it. Love it.
Yeah.
And so I assume he wants to sing mainly just so that like he can perform too, like drumming.
yeah.
He's kind of like tied down, right? He's kind of a get crazy kind of guy, right? From what I've seen, right?
Adam, yeah, I mean, he'll get pretty.
You guys
Yeah,
all are
I think
headbanging around
just
up there.
technically, it's insanely hard to play the types of drums that he writes and scream and
Yeah,
sing.
Yeah,
and
fair
Yeah,
enough.
do
you're
like
gonna
all
end up
that at the same
half-assing
time.
one, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Interesting.
that was tough. That was a small period of time when he was doing that. Really.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like formative years for the band. It's like, all right, we don't quite have the lineup yet. But how long has the current 5 of you been together?
So yeah, now the current 5 of us has been together since like I think our first show was October 2019.
Oh, wow. It's a couple years now.
Yeah.
And it feels
Probably-
pretty official.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah, it
was
feels
probably
like-
at Caledonia Lounge too.
Was it? Good
I
times,
think
man.
so.
No, we never played
Vinyl.
Caledonia, bro.
When? Oh, shit.
I know, right?
They all blur
Damn
together.
shame.
Poor bastards.
we were about to, dude. It was like
Yeah.
the week after COVID like really happened
Yeah.
was we had a big Caledonia
And it got
show
canceled.
planned.
It was
Yeah.
in March. We had to go and get canceled too. That's
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
got to play there, dude. I was like, oh my
Damn,
god, we're so
man.
fucking
You
close.
neither?
That's a bummer.
Fuck.
I know, man. But anyways, all right. So tell me some other places you guys are playing in the start, like
Mm-hmm.
Caledonia Lounge. Obviously, I'm assuming like some 40-watt stuff like that. Like where?
Yeah,
in
we did-
Atlanta and stuff. Like
Yeah, we did 40 watt for the first time in 2019 as well.
Uh-huh.
And it went well. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's just for a metal band here in Athens, it's kind of tough to
Yeah, it's
pull
not quite a
at the-
scene,
at
right?
the 40 watt.
Yeah.
You've got a solid group of people who are Athens locals
Mm-hmm.
that will come out to shows. The Shade Beast Records, shout out them,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They're-
people.
Yeah, they're awesome.
You got those people, and then you've also got to somehow get college kids into metal music,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of did that a little bit.
How so? What do you mean by that?
I mean, like we were in a fraternity together, me, him, and Nick, and that's how we just all kind of met. And we brought out dozens of
Hell yeah.
20-somethings, 19-year-olds, you know, that have never heard metal before, especially not live. And then by the end of it, they're in the mosh pit, and that was super cool.
Love that, man.
But yeah, back to the question. That's right.
No, that was a good answer. so
Yeah,
far.
and then early days 40 watt. We played our first Atlanta shows were like at the Vinyl at Center Stage,
Okay.
Smith's Old Bar.
Yeah.
Um,
And where are you guys playing now up there? Because it seems like Smith's Old Bar is not exactly that spot, is it, for that? You know what I
No.
mean? Like there's like a separate side of Atlanta,
No,
right? In my
Smith's is
mind.
not the
Yeah,
best.
exactly.
no, it's
you know
not.
what I mean?
You
It's
get they happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Metal shows there,
Like you can do them there.
Yeah, you can do it. People will show up, but it's not ideal.
Yeah. What is ideal these days? Like what's on the current agenda for shows in Atlanta?
Our like home field right
Yeah.
now, I would say it's Sabbath Brewing.
Really? I've heard
yeah.
good things about this place,
Well,
man.
do you remember
awesome.
Olga from our Imbus class?
Kind of.
She is.
Name sounds familiar.
She's booking there now.
Really? She used to talk a lot. She used to announce a lot in class,
And, yes,
right?
and she would announce all the metal shows.
That's it. Yeah.
It
I
was
remember.
always so funny because everyone would get up and be like, "I'm doing like a singer-songwriter
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
at Hinder Shots," and then she would stand up and be like, "If you're into like new sludge grime, then come to
You're
Caledonia
like, hell
tonight."
yeah.
And everyone would be like, "Whoa."
Cool, man. Well, Sabbath Brewing's kind of a thing now in Atlanta?
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Like we just had like we've played there how many times now in the past year?
So many. Dude.
A couple?
So-
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we played there 4 times
Okay.
in the past year.
It's right across from like 529.
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
East Side
It's kind of like
Village.
the indie spot sort of thing, right?
Yeah,
529?
it's a great scene. It's right next door to a
Flatiron.
old school metal bar, Flatiron.
Yeah.
Fucking right, man. Cool.
Yeah, and so yeah, we just had our album release show there.
How'd that go for y'all?
It was awesome. We sold that bitch out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking right, dude.
Yeah,
It was cool.
The place is like it's only like 150 cap.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
perfect.
their fire rated thing is like 100, but we had
Yeah.
like 170 people in that thing.
W.
And that was it was one of the best shows we've ever done.
I was,
and
I
it's
was getting chills playing, man.
I know,
Let's
man.
go.
People were
Let's
like
sing.
singing along and shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
it was
W.
it was a really like come to like holy shit, this many people give a fuck type moment. But yeah, we play there a lot.
Yeah.
We'll have our occasional show at the Masquerade that we get
Yeah.
like asked to open for a national act or something.
How do you guys like doing that? Pretty good?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's a pretty
it's
cool
always
spot.
Great.
Good
Yeah.
time.
We
Yeah.
played a sold out show in Purgatory
Ooh,
last time we
sick.
played.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess I wanted to ask you guys this because like there's like the Smith's Old Bar, like 529 side of Atlanta, like aisle 5, you know, and then there's like
Mhm.
the side that you guys are on. And how's it been like kind of finding your way there as an Atlanta band now? It's been pretty easy to figure it out, kind of.
You gotta have the right connections, I think.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like on social media just people who are trying to start metal bands
Yeah.
and they might not be booking the right shows or with the right bands that are known to draw people or
Yeah.
going out to the right local shows to meet the right people and stuff. So I mean it's tough for a non-established band.
Yeah.
You just got to work at it.
Yeah.
And you know,
There's also like there's no
But-
rules. Like aisle 5, it's like a lot of jam bands and like
Mhm.
EDM and stuff. But I also saw like a punk band
Yeah.
there the other night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Upchuck, who's killing it in Atlanta.
Sweet.
If you've heard of them.
I have not. That's cool.
But and also like there's like this like younger metal scene coming up right now.
yeah.
I don't know
With
where.
like Silly
Silly
Goose.
Goose.
who-
He's fucking-
they
I've
would-
heard of them. They do
yeah.
Sabbath, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sabbath Brewing?
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they played
sold
the
it.
weekend before us.
They
and
sold that
it out
shit
too.
out.
Let's
Yeah.
go,
So
man.
For us.
what they were doing is like strapping all their equipment onto the back of a trailer,
Okay.
and then they would like drive to the Tabernacle or State Farm Arena,
Yeah.
and when a show would let out, they would like play the parking lots.
That's sick, man. That's sick.
Yeah,
Well, very cool, man. I guess what I'm trying to figure out is just more about how you guys like starting and becoming an Atlanta band and all that. I've always thought of you guys really highly. Like you guys tour a pretty solid amount, and like it's always seemed like you guys have been willing to work hard enough to make something happen. So hats off to you guys.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you.
I
No
gotta
problem.
say that's mostly Logan doing all
Really?
the cooking and stuff.
Is
Yeah.
it would Logan be like the head honcho kind of guy on like getting shit done, or is it, like pretty even?
For sure.
Getting
Logan.
shit done, yes. Head honcho, no.
Sorry, I set him up for that one, bro.
No, these guys are great, and I think
Yeah.
we have a lot of potential. And
I think so too.
I just try to keep it all together,
Yeah, yeah,
you know, and like just keep the train moving forward
yeah.
and think ahead as much as I can. I mean, like you know, probably with booking shows, dude.
Yeah.
Thinking ahead it's tough to think
Dude,
so far
Jameson
ahead.
is the fucking king at
Yeah, yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're like, all right, what are you guys doing in May? I hope you're free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right?
Clear your schedule, which is tough. But it's good to have a guy like you in the middle to like lead it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
On booking in, you know.
Yeah, and I got to shout out our management too that
Tell
helps
me.
with booking and stuff. Right Lane Productions. They do a lot with for us. And
Are they Atlanta based?
They're out of Florida.
Kinda
Gainesville?
not really.
I don't know.
Like it's two friends
Yeah.
who've been going to concerts together for a while. One named James Lane, one named Joseph Wright. Joseph lives down in Savannah, and James lives up in like North Georgia right now and stuff. But they just have a lot of connections from going to shows together for decades, you know? Like these guys are like older than our dads.
Yeah. Real deal, like established.
Yeah. I mean, like they just know a lot of people, know a lot of bands, and can plug us into the right places if we, especially down in Florida. Like they got us.
Yeah.
And it seems like you guys have a good pull in Florida, right?
Really
you guys
good,
do
honestly.
good down there, right?
Yeah,
We
man.
do well in
Good
Florida.
metal scene down there, right? From
And
what I hear.
Jacksonville
I think
loves
we owe
it.
it to them for sure. Like
Really?
Mm-hmm.
what they're really good at is like gathering like the local scene.
Okay.
Like they know like people in like scenes in Savannah and down in Jacksonville,
Mm-hmm.
all over Florida and everything. And it's, you know, they have the local scenes just kind of like figured out, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In most cities.
Having somebody on your team
Florida.
like that could be fucking huge, man. So good for y'all.
It's
Look,
done a lot for us for sure.
have they? Let's back up here. I jumped a few steps here. I want to talk
I'm
about a little
sorry.
bit
Yeah.
about, as someone, I don't think I've ever caught a full set. I might have saw a little bit of you guys at 40 Watt. But
Okay.
tell me a little bit about the show. Like, what is you got? When somebody asks you guys what genre you are, what do you say?
I say metalcore thrash.
Yeah,
Nice. The
metalcore.
classic 3 answer. I love it. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is that everybody's answer pretty much? Any disagreements there?
yeah, it's tough to pinpoint it. Like
It's hard,
because
man. Yeah.
we've got a bunch of different, especially on the album. I mean,
Yeah.
like one song's really thrashy, and then one song's like throwing fists in the pit,
Yeah.
kind of like hardcore.
I mean, gun to my head, I would say metalcore thrash.
Yeah,
you
But
know, right?
we
Yeah.
do get around to some other subgenres.
yeah.
And what is the, I guess, what is the difference between just metalcore and metalcore thrash?
So like.
Give band examples.
I can't really think of like a metalcore thrash band.
Yeah.
Like the closest that I can kind of come to is like Lamb of God and stuff, which is like they've got like the breakdowns and like some core stuff to them, but like they're more like
They're
thrashy
less
groove
metalcore.
metal. Yeah, they're less metalcore though. Like they don't have clean singing
So yeah,
And stuff
metalcore
like
means
that.
like clean singing.
and
Okay.
breakdowns and then like
I would
stuff
say I'd say
too.
we're closest to like Killswitch.
Yeah, that's
Killswitch
probably
Engage.
that's probably
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah.
a better
That's a good-
comparison.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that what people say when they come out? Usually you hear some examples like that. Like, yo,
I've
y'all
heard
sound
Killswitch
like
Engage
that.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trivium, I've heard.
Yeah.
Lamb of God, maybe. Yeah.
Mhm.
And is it interesting kind of like picking that genre? Is like, I assume you said it was hard to talk you into joining the band. Like, is it hard to like get everybody on board with that? Or was it just like you guys sound at the end of the day? You know what I mean?
We just kind of go with what we wanted to go with,
Yeah.
honestly. Like,
Good
like
answer.
at the beginning, like Adam was writing riffs and songs and stuff, and we were like, "That's
Yeah.
fucking badass."
That's heavy.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
then like we'll add like a little spice to it and stuff, and it just comes out to
Yeah.
what it is, and that's kind of all the songs.
Well, if it's natural like that, let it happen.
You
were
know,
gonna say something?
Adam writes all the songs in Ableton. He'll like code,
Okay.
like he'll like MIDI the drums,
Yeah.
the guitar parts and everything.
Okay.
And then, you know, he'll play us like 10 and we'll be like, these 3 or 4 are fucking badass. Let's
Yeah.
rework them together.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe edit the parts a little bit to each of our individual liking. And then we come out with like a finished product that's you know,
very
it
cool way to
started
do
there
it.
and it arrives at wherever it gets to with each of our different tastes, you know.
Love
much.
it, man.
Yeah.
Very well put. Can you pull that mic hair close to your face? I just want to get plenty of you.
Yeah.
There we go. That's beautiful right there. Where was I going to go with that? I guess, so the songs happen very naturally is what you guys are saying. There's no like real conversation. It's like, all right, this has got to be metalcore thrash right here. You know what I mean? You guys just do
Yeah.
it. It's like, all right,
I
this
think-
is that, right?
I think Adam has some intention
Uh-huh.
of what kind of song he wants to write sometimes. Like when he wrote Cops, he was like, dude, I'm about to it was like after we'd saw Knocked Loose or something like that. He's like, dude, I'm about to write the most fucking badass hardcore song when I get home.
It's like whatever he's listening to or obsessed with at the moment.
Yeah,
it kind of goes
probably.
with that vibe for the newest songs.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. And you guys started putting out, you guys put out an EP first, or am I mistaken? What was the first release as this 5?
This 5,
Uh-huh.
So the EP was still with Nick,
Okay.
and so the first release of this 5 would be the first single in beginning of 2020. We released Jimmy.
Love it. Okay, cool.
And we did like the first music video and all the stuff. And
Is this the music video? How does the Jimmy video go again? I watched a bunch of them.
It's like in a field. And,
most of them aren't they?
And it's like really middle of nowhere, but it's like more daylight, I guess, out.
Yeah.
And like I don't know.
We're playing in a field. There's a giant
there's a fire
behind
Yeah,
us.
there's a giant fire.
I've seen that one. I've seen that one. Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. I noticed you guys did a lot of videos. Is that something that is important to you guys? It's just like getting the song out in another kind of way that people can engage with, or is it just something important in your scene, or like? Seems like a lot of people skip on the videos these days. Is what I'm saying. It's cool that you guys are doing fucking sick ones.
It's actually a really good outlet for us because we release them not on our own YouTube channel, but on this channel called BVTV. And basically a ton of people, like metal fans, subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
And then they'll release like different like upcoming bands videos.
Okay.
So then we get a bunch of exposure from people, you know, who would have never heard of us before.
Tons of new viewers.
Like our last video is almost at like 30K views now.
Let's go, man. That's awesome. Very cool that the scene has something like that going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And it's like worldwide too. I think he's over in like Germany or something. Like I emailed with him. I don't remember. He's over in Europe somewhere. I'm pretty sure though.
Yeah, I think it's cool that you got like they're all super high quality looking. Like you're burning shit up in a field. It's like there's obviously a small budget, if anything. It's like let's go. This is sick, man. Then you said you just filmed one this past week or today? Was it past week?
Yeah.
You guys say that
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a week and a half ago.
For which song?
Like that.
This song called "The Cops Aren't Coming."
Any details there for me?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it'll be out by the time this airs.
Let's go, man. When does it drop? On Friday?
February 9th.
Let's go.
So it's gonna be the day before our album.
Fucking right, dude.
Yeah.
One last single, kind of like lead single thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's just gonna be the video on BVT. We made it so late and stuff, and like had it done really fast, honestly. But it looks badass.
Fucking right.
BVTV has like slots and stuff for like when you can like they'll be like, oh, I'm only gonna put out one band on this date.
Yeah.
You know, so the date that our album comes out was taken, so we were like, day before, give them a little
spread out on the content,
little something.
Too, you know what I mean?
Spread it out a little bit, more stuff to talk about, and
well, tell me about the song. Funny title, like the title already.
Yeah,
I like the title.
It has like nothing to do with the actual song.
It's featuring one of our buddies from another band called Yosemite and Black.
Okay,
they're fantastic.
They're good buddies. We went on a little tour with them, and the video is badass. Landon got us a sweet spot. Tell him about that.
I work with the ex-police chief from Barnesville, and so I hit him up and I was like, hey, we're thinking about doing this police concept for a video. We need a car, if that's possible. He got us the car, and he was like, also, by the way, there's an old jailhouse you can film in. And we were like, no fucking way. So, so we got all that together and had the two of our friends from Yosemite and Black, obviously the guy featuring, and then the bassist, Cody from Yosemite and Black, plays one of the cops in the video.
Hell yeah, man.
So we got two fake cops running around, dancing, arresting us.
Doing a bunch of weird... It's
so
hilarious. It's goofy as hell.
Stuff like that can give a song another life, though. You know what I mean? Like, or like at least another way to engage with it. It's fucking awesome.
Absolutely.
Man.
I think our first few videos, we were kind of shooting for just, like being like heavy and like badass and shit. And then these last two videos, I feel like we're like, fuck it, let's just make it unique. Let's make it a little goofy. And I feel like it's way more engaging now.
I think so. That's
going
dope.
down this path.
People can see you guys like doing shit. You know what I mean? Like it's just easy to connect with. Like you can be a fan of a video and not even a song. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's a different kind of thing.
There's way less mean YouTube comments.
Exactly. Yeah. And tell me about the album a little bit. The album comes out on the 10th. You said, right?
Yes.
February 10th. Y'all check it out. It's coming out. It'll be out by the time this is out. So go stream it if you're listening to this. But tell me how many songs we're looking at. What's the overall vibe? How did it come together? That kind of stuff. Give me the word on it.
Yeah, so it's Mens Rea Part 1, which little subtext, Actus Reus and Mens Rea, it goes together.
Okay.
I can talk about it, but if you're interested, Google it. But Mens Rea Part 1, it has 7 tracks in total.
Hell yeah.
And it's got like an intro track, which is like an instrumental, about 2.5 minutes, self title track. Yeah. Mens Rea.
It's a short album.
Okay.
You know? So that's why, it's part 1. We're working on recording part 2 right now.
Okay.
But basically we were like, do we want to wait to have the full thing, or do we want to just fucking drop something?
Yeah, we wanted to drop something.
Fucking right. I feel that.
I mean, the first single, Jimmy, came out, you said 2020.
Yeah.
So here we are 3 years later.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, though. I mean, you get people shit out.
We went through so many different like people, like engineering, recording, mixing, and I think once we finally like found the right sound, we were like, we started rolling these last few months.
What was the process on finding that sound? I mean, obviously putting out other tracks and whatnot, but like, was there
trial and error, recommendations?
Was there a certain producer and studio that ended up working, or just which one was it in particular?
So we did the Jimmy originally was like recorded like pretty low budget, and like Mix and Master pretty low budget, and then so the new one on the album is like re-recorded, remixed, remastered, like all this good stuff. It sounds very different and way bigger, I guess.
Cool. That's cool.
But so we had a pretty professional guy who was working with us, and very professional, I'll say. Aaron Pace, great dude. Great for mixing and mastering metal music down in Atlanta. And so we worked with him for 2 of the singles we did. We did Cultist and Thoughts Revoked.
I like Cultist a lot. That's
Thank you.
Well done.
We recorded the video for that in the basement of the Theta Chi fraternity.
Really? Yeah. Hey, that's a dope stage down there. I played down there. Isn't that Theta Chi?
Not even on the stage though.
Where were y'all at?
It was like this, like
the base,
the underbelly.
It's like the underbelly.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah. You wouldn't normally see it.
Okay. Cool, man. Cool.
And yeah, we did those 2 with him, and then we like brought the whole concept for the album to him and how we wanted to work it and stuff like that. And he was like, I really don't have time for this, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I don't know. We're really picky too, especially with mixes and all that stuff. And like we use every single edit we have every time.
Love it. Yeah. If you got 5 revisions, we're gonna run them up.
Oh yeah, we do every single one.
Yeah.
So like I understand, but he recommended this guy I believe he's in Nashville, right? I think, I don't know, but we record down here in Georgia and then just send the stems,
Fair enough.
But it's Anchor Sound Recordings out of Nashville, and this dude Dalton just he heard the first song we sent him was Actus Reus, which is the single we released back in December, and he heard that and like really made it his own sound with own beefiness, like it's great. Like it's really loud, it's heavy, but it's not really like anything I've ever heard. It's interesting. It's like beefy and crunchy at the same time. I don't know. I love his mixes, dude.
Nice.
But he was like, I really like this song to us, and he was like, I would love to keep working with you guys. Like, let's keep rolling this out. And that's really what you really want in a metal producer, somebody who's like really like, this song fucking kicks ass.
For
like,
any producer, just
really
somebody who wants to work with you, who
wants to make it the best that it can be.
They're not just gonna send you back something the next day like, here you go, here's your mix you ordered. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we fucking like this, you know what I mean? Which is important. So very glad you said that. It sounds like too. Any details? I know it's like a cliched band question, but like any details on where the name came from? Like it's some like, sounds like there's some sort of meaning behind it because you linked it to the other name. Yeah,
so Actus Reus is Latin, and so is Mens Rea, and they're still used in like court of law today and courthouses, police stations and stuff. So basically, if you've ever taken a legal class or legal business class, I'm sure you've studied it. And
they didn't teach me that in my legal business.
Really? Like everybody who took legal everybody who took
I missed
legal
a
business.
couple.
He wasn't there on that day is what he meant.
I guess, right? Because they would always send it to me. They'd be like, holy shit, I'm studying your band name. I'd be like, that's awesome.
Wicked.
But it means the physical act of committing a crime. So when you commit a crime, there's 2 parts of it. There's the physical actual act of doing it, and then there's the mental intent of doing it.
Interesting.
And if you have both of those, like, then you're
You're going to jail.
Yeah, you're guilty as fuck, you know.
Tough
Or
day.
either one, honestly.
Either one, usually, you know, but like
the mental portion is called Mens Rea, which is
Yes.
why the album is called Mens Rea.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Very cool how y'all linked that together. Or
Yeah.
use
Yeah,
something similar, you know.
yeah,
Very on
we probably
brand.
thought about that in high school.
Really?
So,
Oh,
did
yeah.
you bring the name to the group or?
I think we were all like together on like somebody's computer, just like looking through some
Legal
like,
studies.
No,
Oh, that's hard,
we were looking
man.
through like cool terms in Latin that are like still active today, and we were like looking through other languages and stuff. Like all other languages sounded kind of weird. We were like, oh, I don't want to name it in French.
Yeah.
Worcester sauce.
But yeah, right. But yeah, dude, like everything that we were thinking of in English was taken, and we were like, we want something that nobody else has.
Dude, I think it's dope. I didn't know it was Latin, honestly, till you guys said that.
I mean,
You
yeah.
know, I wasn't dialed in legal class either, but like that's
Yeah.
dope, man. It sounds big. You know what I mean? It's got like an aura to it. You know what I mean?
It's
like
tough coming up with band names these
it
days.
is very hard.
It is,
very
man.
hard. Yeah. Do people ever pronounce it wrong? Because I wondered if
Oh,
I
yeah.
was
Oh,
getting it
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
What do they
Oh,
say
yeah.
usually?
Actus Reus.
What? That's
No,
Actus Reus.
Reus.
They can't even say it wrong.
I can't even say. I can't. I literally. Yeah, it's just meant.
Actus Reus is fair answer.
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
fair.
too far
I
off.
with the
accept
RE.
that.
Yeah.
I
That's-
accept
yeah.
that.
Dude, remember that one interview we did on the webcam where that guy kept having a different version of the name every time?
He was testing them
Remember?
out.
Remember, like it was a webcam interview.
We pulled up to a show down.
Oh, it
where
was. He was saying it was like Atticus Reus, like some random thing like that. I was like,
He lost
dude,
me.
are you even
we
reading?
pulled up to a show down in like South Georgia or Florida
Yeah.
or something, and they had our name like out in front of the venue.
No, it was Charleston.
Charleston, and it said Actus Reus.
Yeah. Actus
And we were
Reus.
like, shit, I guess we're rolling with that tonight.
Let's ride, baby. Well, when you guys started playing, that's an awesome name story, by the way. Good work there.
Thanks.
When you guys start playing, you start touring, you start doing it, Athens, Atlanta, and then you start splintering off, I assume. Charleston sounds like Florida.
Yeah.
What are some key spots? What are some favorite cities? What's some places you guys started to build fan bases in?
Yeah, so we've done
I think
Savannah and
Savannah's
Jacksonville.
big.
I kind of think of you guys in Savannah. You guys do Wormhole a lot, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. That's
You guys
what
like it down there?
That's what we've done every time, and
Fucking
they
right.
it brings out a pretty big
Almost
crowd,
right.
man.
Hell yeah,
We're
man.
We're playing there on St. Patty's Day. This
Yeah,
year.
we're playing St.
Sweet.
Patrick's Day this year.
Yeah,
I
fun.
can't wait.
That'll be sick. Y'all get
Yeah.
your tickets for that if you're in Savannah. That's dope.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
where else?
Jacksonville's got a really big following for us. They come from St. Augustine, from like all those suburbs around Jacksonville. I don't know, Jacksonville's huge.
Where do you guys
But-
play in Jacksonville?
We played a lot of places in Jacksonville now. The last show we did there was in June at this place called Jackrabbits, and we had
I've heard of that.
we had a packed house, man.
Really?
There was
Fucking
a lot of
right. Good for
people
y'all,
on the
man.
show.
Sold
Play-
some merch.
Yeah, so a lot
Let's
of merch.
go. I
And,
can make it some nights. You know what I mean? Some nights you do it for that.
Right?
That's awesome, man. And like, I know Florida's like a big, like, there's the whole like scene thing going on down there. Is it weird? Like, I guess you guys go south more than you go north usually.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like
Yeah,
not a
we-
lot
yeah.
of North
We
Carolina.
haven't been north much yet. I mean,
Yeah.
like we've got a solid following in Chattanooga,
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Okay.
and that's an easy trip for us, you know.
Yeah.
It's where the connections are of those guys. Of,
Gotcha.
Right Lane
Management.
Production.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we've kind of
Stuck
started
to.
on the
Mhm.
on the touring front at least,
Oh.
and then we did South Carolina, which is up to the side.
Yeah. To over yonder.
Yeah, and then I guess every I mean like Daytona Beach,
Oh, nice.
Melbourne,
I mean,
Tampa.
being focused on Florida is a good, that's a good problem to have.
and we
like,
still haven't even hit it all.
yeah, it's a big state.
It
You
is
can
a
really
big state.
Yeah.
spend some time down there. Is there like a certain goal for you guys? Like, do you guys spend more time on the road or more time in the studio working on music? Like, is there a good middle you guys want to be at, or you guys want to tour more? You want to studio more?
I mean, we want as many shows as we can, and like we just record as much as you can, as fast as you can to
Fucking
get
right.
songs out.
We record pretty
Which is
fast.
slow. I
Like,
would say
the-
slow.
It's
Huh?
it
The
could be, it could be
actual
faster.
recording of it.
Okay, well,
is,
yeah,
You know.
The
It's
editing.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
the
it's-
editing. mixing and everything.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, just planning all of it out is the tough part. But I mean, this next, I guess 3 months, we're gonna be doing a good bit of shows. Like we're doing little weekend runs.
Yeah.
Doing Knoxville, Charlotte,
Sweet.
Raleigh.
Sweet.
We're playing at
Savannah, Jacksonville,
yeah, we're
Walton.
playing at a skate park down in Jacksonville. I think that's gonna be cool. I'm looking
That's gonna
forward
be
to
cool.
that.
I've heard it's a great place. We haven't played there yet in Jacksonville, but I've heard they go nuts.
Where are you guys playing in Raleigh?
So it's like
Is it Trailer Park? Is that the name of it?
No, I thought
straight up a venue down there called Trailer Park.
That's funny.
They have bands. It's awesome.
It's actually in the suburb of Raleigh called Carborough.
Carborough. I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
Playing at this place called The Station.
The Station. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
And you guys, you spitting out music. Like, is there a plan? I assume this run pretty much supports the album, but like, what are you guys looking to kind of do with the album? Is like, you just needed to get it out, or is it like, here we go, we're about to run this thing up, kind of like as many shows as we can after it, or all
pretty
of
much
the above?
Many shows as we can. Promote the shit out of it.
Yeah. Videos.
Yeah, we got that video coming out.
Yeah.
We're just gonna try to play as many new places as we can.
Hell yeah.
We don't have like a very like thought out like campaign to promote the album. It's pretty much just keep doing stuff.
Fucking right.
I mean,
I think that's more fun.
That's basically the name of the game.
More fun anyways.
Just keep fucking rolling, and we definitely want to do like more shows. We're looking to try to do Nashville, Louisville, New Orleans.
You guys should do the Cobra in Nashville. You ever heard of that?
I have.
It's very like biker bar, like sick. We go there and play sometimes. It's fun.
Nice.
You guys get it's like 120 caps, so like you get some people in there. It's a
The
good
Cobra.
Time.
Oh.
The Cobra. Yeah, there you go. What is you guys individually? What's your favorite part about being in the band right now? I would love to know from each of you. We start down here if you want to start.
Damn, man.
Not to put you on the spot or anything.
It's all so much fun. I love the new music is so exciting. Shows are so exciting. I'd probably say the shows just getting up there and seeing, like, we have fans. There are people that we don't know. Like, that's crazy.
That's
like,
dope,
like
man.
people I've never met before I come out. I see them and I see their face and I'm like, hell yeah.
Yo.
And just going crazy on stage, seeing the fans go crazy if they know the words, seeing them sing along is super cool.
Yeah.
You know.
That's
and getting
awesome.
to talk to them after the show, they're buying merch or whatever.
Asking you to sign stuff.
That's so cool.
That's fucking awessom.
That shit's nuts.
I'm like, whoa.
Like, are you sure you want me to ruin this shirt right here?
Yeah.
How about you right here? Good answer, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, I would say, man. I mean, the live shows are right up. Have to be number one in the fans. I mean, like the fact that I even say fans, like it's crazy to me. Like like at the beginning we were just doing this for fun.
Yeah.
Like it was just a good time. We liked playing together, and it's just got more and more serious. And we're releasing our new music. We got an album, a fucking album. It's nuts. And then seeing people sing the words back and playing a sellout show in our hometown,
Fucking right.
it's wild. But I would say the favorite part overall is just like people coming up to me like one-on-one, or it might be a group of them or whatever, like, dude, your music is so fucking cool. Like, it's amazing. Like, your live shows are great. Like, any compliment they really give me, you know, like it could be
cool streams.
My friend's mom, or it could be some 16-year-old kid. And especially when it's like the high schoolers and stuff like that, I'm like, damn, dude, like I was in that same position.
That used to be me.
Like thinking like that same type of way, like, oh, holy shit, if my band ever got to play a show like that, that would be bonkers and all that stuff.
It's all relative, man.
Yeah, it really is all relative. Yeah, that's very true. But I mean, I'm very thankful to be where we're at and very thankful for where we're going. But yeah, I'm mainly thankful to anybody who like reaches out, says thank you, and like that's just like the best part. Like, wow, like I was part of something that helped, like they really liked it. They found connection to it in some way. You know,
I know exactly what you mean, man. That's the reward.
Therein
lies the reward.
It's huge. And like at our album release show, I had like there was dozens of people just coming up, and I was like, wow, like it was. I was in awe. You know,
maybe
that.
We are
it's great.
Maybe.
Right? Yeah.
Just maybe. Yeah. Good answer, brother. Nice.
Thank you.
How about you, mister?
It's got to be the shows, man.
Yeah, it's got to be the shows.
You know, that's the thing about metal. Like I said, Logan had to kind of convince me to start listening to metal. And I feel like a lot of people kind of just are reluctant to get into it or even give it a try. And just...
Because maybe like stigmas about it. Like, it's heavy,
like, oh, is your band Screamo?
Yeah, exactly. I hate that.
You know? And the thing is, once you go see it live, it just clicks.
I could totally see that.
It's
like an energy.
It's all about the energy of the live show. Interesting. I think EDM is the same exact way.
Yeah, it's just all about energy.
It sounds like a bunch of nonsense until you see one live show, and then you can place yourself there when you're listening to it on Spotify.
Interesting. You know? So you'd say in the metal genre, maybe can't really even say, but if you had to answer, like the live show is more important than streaming it, right? Kind of.
To a point. On a local level, for sure.
For sure? Okay.
Yeah.
For acquiring new fans, yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Because like somebody can just come out to a show and fucking have a good time at you guys' show, even if they've never heard your songs because of the energy, right?
Yep.
The energy overrides the like having to sing along. That makes sense.
Yeah, totally. And like you just like feel the rhythm, the breakdown and stuff, and you just see like a horde of, I don't know, a couple dozen people just flood into the mosh pit, and you're like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Clear me a path.
Yeah. and like big metal shows are crazy.
I bet.
And like we played Welcome to Rockville
some cool ones,
in
right?
2021, and we played for a couple thousand people probably.
Ooh, congratulations.
On our stage, and we were like it was a huge festival. It was probably 60,000 people attending a day.
Damn.
And that particular night, I think Disturbed, like they were playing.
Classic.
They were playing before us.
They opened for us.
Wait, what?
Disturbed. We were like closing out like the smaller stage, like
it's staggered kind of thing.
Yeah, and it was like we started like 15 minutes after Disturbed ended.
That's crazy.
And
everyone was flooding out.
And people were flooding out because like they were the headliner of the whole festival for the day, you know. But like people are coming out and we're like sound checking our mics. They're like, "Hey, you don't fucking leave. We're partying over here. Actus fucking Reus." And then we just like this big old crowd started forming, and it was crazy. And then like you go out there, and I had never felt adrenaline like that, and you feel like them coming back to you as like one whole entire unit. Like is like the really big thing I think about a metal concert. Like anytime you're like right there in the front and you're just like singing the lyrics or in a mosh pit or helping out a crowd surfer or whatever, like you're doing it like all together around a bunch of people that you do not even know. And you like feel connected in this one space because of this music, because of this energy that this music gives people.
Yeah, in general, the whole community is more wholesome than people give it credit for, you know?
I was about to say, all the metal guys I know are sweethearts. Fucking nicest guys, you know what I mean?
It's like you fall down in a mosh pit, everybody will stop to pick you up.
Yeah,
there's 5 people on a drop of a pen to pick you up right there.
That's very cool, though, that description you gave right there. I've never felt a crowd that big, so that's very cool. I bet it was electric. How long did you guys play?
Played 25 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking right. I bet it felt like about 2 minutes, right?
Oh, dude, it kind of did, really. Man.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
And didn't you guys, I remember there was a whole like campaign, not campaign for this thing, but you guys were like live streaming or something to get to this point, right? Wasn't it?
It was a battle of the bands.
Oh, okay. And you guys were like, you guys had like a pro live stream going on, right? Like it was like a legit thing.
Yeah, like it was through the company that puts on like Rockville and Sonic Temple and like all the big metal festivals in the US. They're called DW Presents, and so it was like on their Twitch channel, and it was their idea to host like this competition and stuff to like, hey, let's get more local up and coming bands on these festivals.
Shouts to them.
I know, right? It's fantastic.
I wish Shaky Knees and everybody else would do that. That'd be sick.
I know, right?
That'd be great.
It's a fantastic idea, and so we basically had to set up the live stream on our own, but like through like this channel link they gave us and stuff like that. That was a complicated process.
I bet, yeah, like making sure everything's hitting right.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was a pain in the ass, man.
It was still all glitchy and everything, and you know we were competing against these like these LA bands. With, like, they drop like $6,000 to stream for 5 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
And we just like
you guys just rocked.
Pretty much.
The streams just went crazy, and you guys won it.
Yeah, and like just brought every single person that we knew.
They would put up a poll after a couple of bands went, vote for which band you thought was better,
and then you move on.
And our friends and fans just had our backs to the point where it put us on that stage at Welcome to Rockville. You know?
Let's fucking go. And the picture is sick. I seen the picture of everybody behind you on the hands. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, man.
Love that. I remember you guys did like, I remember when this was happening, there was like a few rounds you had to make it through, right? Because it was like every week you guys were like, we're still in this bitch, come on, you know what I mean?
Pretty much,
I was like, word up, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we were, so they did it like, they had 4, like March Madness brackets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and stuff. Like they did 4 separate ones of those for like, it was like June, July, August, September, or whatever. And so we won the June one, and like they would either like pick a song of ours off YouTube to stream, and then once you make it to the final 4, then you got to do live performance and stream the live performance. And so that was like every week, like we were doing that. And then they're like, all right, you guys are going to the final 4 in October. And we were like, sweet. And so then we had like, what is that, like 4 months to promote?
We were handing out flyers at our shows and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, at any show we would go to.
Well, the weekend of Rockville, we probably handed out like 300, 400 flyers. I mean, we were just
telling people how to vote. And
stuff. There was a flyer, had all the instructions and like when we were playing and everything. And I think that's where we got a lot of the crowd. I mean, I saw a lot of familiar faces when we were up there, like for our actual show. Like, we'd be hanging out at Mastodon or whatever, and we'd be like talking to whoever's around us. Hey, man, come see us on Saturday night after Disturbed. You know?
We pulled a ton of people that way.
After Disturbed.
Right
after the Disturbed set. Come check us out. That's sick, man. I love that you guys are super, like, I hate to say grassroots, but like you're fucking willing to grind it, man. I respect that. A lot of bands are.
Either way, man.
Dude, putting a flyer in somebody's hand goes a long way, dude.
It really does. It really does. You'd be amazed. You know what I mean?
Right?
So good for y'all, man. And how was it after that? Did that seem to like, you know, obviously, like everybody expects, like, oh, we played Rockville, we're gonna blow up. You know what I mean? Like, did it help you guys a lot? You know, or was it
definitely
somewhat?
Helped. I mean, like we gained a bunch of fans from it and all that, and like we have connections with the dudes that run those festivals now. All the men and women, that run those festivals now, and that's huge. You know, like one of the guys that like runs the Twitch stream that works for them, he's talked to me, talked about starting a record company like on his own and stuff, and he would like wants us to be on it maybe if he does get it going and stuff. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like even if you don't do it, that's such a huge compliment.
That's
and
dope,
like if you've got a friend that does it, you might recommend it to them, you know?
Yeah, and what's the dude's name? Like Wes Borland?
Yeah, from Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit was on the stream.
He knows who we are.
Yeah, dope, bro.
Yeah, he like watched our live streams and stuff. And
it's just one of those days.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
sick, man.
That's the coolest thing too. I forget about that. He is a funny bastard.
What do you guys? I guess like going forward from that, and that was in 2020. Or was that 2021? No, this is more recent than that.
21.
Right? 21.
Yeah.
What are you guys trying to do in this next couple of years? Like, what's like the plan, if there is one? Like, where would you guys like to be in this next couple of years? It sounds like you guys could like maybe somehow in the next couple of years like leverage that festival slot thing into like more festival opening slots, into like better bills at like, I don't know, bigger, not Purgatory, maybe step up Purgatory. You know what I mean? Like slowly start to kind of streamline that, because you guys have fans, you have listeners, you've played festivals, you have experience, you're willing to do it. What's kind of next for you guys?
I think the the fact that we got on that lineup is definitely like great on the resume.
Looks great.
But it's not going to be like the reason that we get these bigger bookings. Like we still have work to do in just, the other shows that we play. And like now we're starting to see that traction.
Okay.
Like that show at Sabbath, or like the last show at the Masquerade. It's like now like, we just hit over 1,000 monthly listeners on
Let's
Spotify.
go.
It's
Congratulations.
like the momentum is picking up, and like we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna like start talking to the people that are running these festivals and be like, we've done it before, and we have everything under our belt that any other band would need to, plus that
experience.
So put us on.
Hell yeah, man. I think that'll work. Like the momentum's a real thing. Like
100%.
Probably underestimated how important a little bit of momentum can be in like the world of like music, it could just snowball,
It's huge. It's huge.
And I mean, you're selling out venues in Atlanta, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, you got a pitch for certain festivals up there. It's like, we're pulling, 300X in Atlanta or whatever with two bands, like we'd be pretty good on an opening slot. We might sell a few more tickets and get people around, that kind of stuff. So did anybody else want to answer where they wanted to be in the next couple of years? That was a great answer, though, by the way, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
I
totally agree with.
Jack.
Yeah, well, Jack. Yeah,
Mr. Fuller.
Thanks, man. But I think like the real goal for the next couple of years, keep doing what we're doing.
Nice.
Play shows in new places, play with new bands, make new friends, spread the word as much as we can, record as much as we can, release some singles for part 2 eventually, in a few months.
I feel like that's a great answer, because that's like just everything without being like, if you guys could like not even plan too hard and just do all that you just said, like that's how you win right there. Just kind of let it happen. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
I think another good mark of like success would be if like we see sales of merch on our website pick up and just start shipping stuff out to different cities.
Do you guys sell anything online now? Because I struggle to personally.
Yeah,
we struggle, but like we do. Yeah.
Well, good for y'all.
And he ships them out. Once a month we'll sell a shirt somewhere.
Yeah.
And but once if you can get to the point where you have like a big fan base and you're like selling merch across the United States, you could see like we sold 20 shirts in this city. Like, we got to go play there,
Let's go hit Charlotte. We got sales up there. Yeah, I think that would be huge. Good answer, yeah.
Good mark of success for a band for me is just the touring schedules. I think if we could get on a big tour.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Because, I mean, like doing this, playing metal music is I don't know if I can speak for the rest of the band. It's just like my favorite thing to do in the world. It's just to play fucking music on stage. And it's not only are we lucky enough to get to play this music, we're lucky enough that we've never broken up. We're not musicians that have had to work with different bands that we don't necessarily want to. We just want to stay in music. It's like we've been so lucky that we're all such good friends and we all get along so well. And to be able to go on the road with your best friends, playing for bands that possibly we've looked up to our whole lives, since middle school, would just be a huge thing emotionally. But then also it would just be huge as a band, success wise. To be on a crazy tour would be just, for me, just like the biggest thing.
Yeah, dude, great answer. And all that you're saying about your bandmates being your homies, that's like probably the most key feature to the whole thing.
It really is. People sleep on that,
dude. Wildly underrated.
Yeah,
because once you have that, everything just kind of like like we can just do this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And like everybody's on board. There's no like, oh fuck, I'm working. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in July. It's like, all right. We're going out in July.
The fact that we all have like the same mindset and commitment.
Yeah. And you guys seem pretty universal right here. Like nobody's quite necessarily dominating this. Like, no, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? Like you guys seem like you're pretty easygoing.
We try to keep it a democracy.
The three of us.
Some of us are more stubborn than others.
Ain't it? You guys ever get any tension? You guys have any big arguments? Or pretty easygoing?
Nothing that can't be settled with a fist fight.
And I mean, we got
These
five. We've got 5 people, so we always vote.
Yeah,
and that works itself out.
Thank God there's not 4 of y'all.
Exactly right.
Well, yeah, man, that's great. I'm excited to see what you guys do. I've always thought of you guys very highly. Like you guys got it going on.
Thank you, man.
Let's see. What do I want to ask after that? What's your favorite part about touring? Since you guys all answered that the live show is important to you.
Touring's so fun.
Favorite party each.
After party.
After party? Yeah, there we go. Anybody else?
I love just the anticipation of the show, hanging out at the venue, talking to the other bands. Hanging out at the bar with the other bands, just like the whole lead up to it. Obviously, the load in kind of sucks. The load out kind of sucks. But like, just the whole once you're there, you're set up, watching the other bands, getting a little spot, getting a few drinks like that. The whole process, just hanging out at the venue, is super
vibe.
Cool. It's fun. Yeah.
I agree. Great answer.
Yeah, you're in a totally new city and new local bands you've never met. Meet them.
Yeah.
Make friends. Socialize. And I mean, it's hard. Like the load in, load out sucks so much ass.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we just didn't have to do that part? Like, it'd be fucking perfect.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Roadies,
get there, bro.
Next year.
Roadies would be awesome.
Yeah, man. That would be just amazing.
I would say, I don't know. I like the morning after a show. Okay. If we don't get too drunk, in the after party, the morning after a show, like just like having breakfast or whatever with these dudes is pretty fucking awesome.
And knowing that you're gonna do it again that night.
Yeah, and then we're going somewhere else and doing it again the next night. That's the best.
Yeah, you kind of got that like contact high, like that shit was sick last night. You know what I mean? Like, you remember this thing that happened? You know what I mean? It's awesome, man. Awesome.
Exactly.
How about you down here? What was your answer? Did you already go?
After party, dude.
Oh, after party. I
Just
forgot.
like riding the adrenaline of the show.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like people coming up buying merch, being like, "That was badass."
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's go take a
Yeah,
shot.
like where's the party at?
Great answer, man. I love that. Let me think. What's your favorite part about the scene that you guys are in? I don't know what you guys would call your scene, but I'm just gonna call it a scene. What's your favorite part about it?
I mean, the Atlanta metal scene's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, people are very supportive, especially in other bands, and extremely cool dudes, very welcoming to other genres too. Like, we've played with like fucking insane deathcore beatdown bands. You know,
dude, I'm telling you, like, people don't understand. Like, they think of metal as just like a genre on its own, but once you get into it, it's like there's as many different subdivisions of metal as there are like any other type of
pretty much
music combined.
Yeah. Wow,
pretty much.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Just any word with core after it is a genre. Like clowncore is a band, and they kick ass.
Oh, in the beginning, in our Athens days, we played Caledonia all the time. We were playing with bands that didn't sound like us at all.
I bet,
like,
you
know,
like thrash metal and death metal and all this stuff. And
I don't know if I should like name drop, but we played with some people that were like not metal at all. I mean, just like
did it
we
work,
totally
kind
did.
of?
I mean, we were just playing a show to play a show.
Yeah.
That's
like,
kind of a very
show, a
Athens
gig is a
thing to
gig.
do. Yeah.
We've played a show with Shameless James, haven't we?
Yeah,
And they brought their
40
heavy
watt.
set. And
Did they?
Yeah, they were great.
They're great friends of ours. They're
Are
awesome.
they? Yeah. Nice guy. Are they still a thing? I'm always wondering if they're still going. Are they?
Yeah,
I
seems like
fucking
it.
hope so.
Oh, I thought.
I mean, I talked to Dallas.
They're still in Athens.
Yeah,
I know Zach is doing the Alien Funk Academy,
which I really love. I think
they're
You know,
fucking
Dallas-
awesome.
Really,
They're
really
fucking
Dallas
good.
is in like fucking
like
16
12
bands.
bands. Yeah. Alien Funk is elite though. They're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them at Aisle 5.
Really,
couple
dude.
weeks ago.
Bradley told me about that. Was it good?
It was great.
Fucking right. He
It
said they
was
had a good
great.
crowd, right?
They started late. They started at like almost midnight.
Hell yeah,
It was
man.
very
I
fun.
bet he loved that, man. He deserves it. What is you guys' favorite band you guys have played with? Each. I would love to
Metallica.
know. Disturbed.
Other than the Rockville lineup, probably.
I would say probably Upon a Burning Body. We got to open for them. That was so cool.
And the Masquerade, yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah, like I saw them in 2012 when I was a freshman in high school.
Full circle, man.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah.
Like they were there at Lodem, like talked to them a little bit, shot the shit a little. You know, it was cool.
That's cool, man.
Let's see, favorite.
Those dudes that we mentioned earlier, Yosemite and Black, that we went on a little run with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
You know, it was short. It was like 3 or 4 nights. But
Yeah.
it's like seeing the same set every night, you would think it would get old, but every night I was just
Every
like,
night,
holy fuck.
Every night I was there in the pit every single time.
Just holding it down.
Oh, I mean, getting held down, I guess. I'm a little skinny. I'm a little skinny, dude. I'll get my ass shoved and stuff, but I hang in there.
Is it spelled just like Yosemite? Is that how you spell it?
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
Yosemite
the
National
park.
Park.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, dude. I'm about to listen to them. Very cool.
They're hardcore.
Yeah, they're hardcore.
Was that everybody's answer? What was your answer? You said
I haven't had an answer.
Upon a Burning Body.
On a Burning Body.
I'm
Yosemite and Black.
Oh, they're all so great. All the Atlanta homies are so great.
You could say more than one if that makes it easier.
Yeah. I'll say Violence System. I love those dudes.
Oh, they're great.
They kick so much ass.
That's a cool name.
They were on our album release show with us.
Yeah.
We played a show with them very early on, I feel like, and we were just blown away. The first time we saw them, I remember.
Yeah,
it's like symphonic
early.
death metal.
We played early in the
It's
night.
amazing.
And
Yeah.
it was at that venue, Furnace 41. I know you've played there.
I actually liked it there when we were playing it. Like, when we first started the band, I had so much fun.
They
there.
got
It's
some
cool.
good gear.
It's great.
there.
Yeah,
got
they
a
have
good
great
sound system.
sounds.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, we
Did
we
Bo
played
give you
early.
a spiel?
Oh, he always does. He always
Who
does.
the fuck
man.
is Steve?
We played that.
Bo.
We opened for Red Jumpsuit Apparatus there. That was kind of
Oh, nice.
I remember
yeah.
seeing that
Badass.
poster,
That was
man.
good times. Yeah.
But
What
yeah,
were you saying about it?
We played early in the night, and so I was like, all right, I'm done. And then I went out to somebody's car and got stoned as fuck. I went back in and saw Violent System. It was just like jaw on the floor the whole time. Like I couldn't even mosh. I was just like, how are they doing?
It's so on point.
They play with the backing track too.
Okay.
But they all have the in-ears.
Yeah.
Ooh, game changer. Yeah.
And all of their sound goes through, like they have their own mixer. So it's
the
like
rig
on
thing.
point like every
dope.
fucking show.
Yeah, those rigs are expensive, but very cool. Very nice.
Yeah, they got it down.
Do you guys have a favorite venue to play at individually? I'd love to know. Favorite venue you've played?
Damn.
Favorite venue we played?
I
Masquerade.
love the Masquerade.
Masquerade's great.
Sabbath.
It was cool to play
Yeah.
Hell at the Masquerade. It wasn't a great turnout, but
Yeah.
I can
Is Hell the
imagine
bigger one?
It would be cool. It's like the
It's the middle one.
Mid-year? Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, I would say Hell was so cool. That stage is big.
Down in Tampa, Brass Mug.
Brass Mug was
That was
sick.
it was a huge venue.
Really?
How many tickets did we sell? 3?
It was
hilarious.
We played on like a Sunday, like the day after
Obituary,
which is like a 90s death metal band that's like
Yeah.
from Tampa, and they had like a big like hometown like
We walked in,
start
the
of their
bartender
tour
was like,
show.
It was fucking crazy last night.
It was packed wall to wall, and
Yeah,
I
like
was like,
crowd
damn it,
surfers.
there's 15
Let's
people
go.
here.
And
Or
no,
whatever.
we were loading in. We were like, "Oh, this is gonna be intense." Like,
be fucking
and then
wicked.
night
Y'all
goes
ready?
on, nobody shows up.
You got your towels? Let's
so
go.
we're like, oh, it's just a tequila night, hanging out with
Yeah.
other bands, I guess.
I like how you prefaced that though. You're like, how many tickets do we sell? Like 3. I thought you were about to say 1,000. You're like 3.
Yeah, no.
Been there.
those gigs
Yeah.
are fun too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. It's like
Yeah.
a practice, good stuff.
Yeah.
What was it? So everybody Masquerade and then
Yeah,
Brass Mug.
I mean,
Sabbath, yeah.
Sabbath is awesome.
Yeah.
Like
I'm glad
and
that's the thing. It seems like
Olga's
a
great.
new thing,
Yeah.
right? Kind of.
Relatively, like I think they
I think
opened.
it just turned a year old.
Fucking right.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw some buddies I play with
No.
played it the other
I
night.
think.
Really? Okay, yeah, a couple months ago, probably a year old. Yeah, I think it started like late 2021
Fair enough.
or something like that. But yeah, it's a great new place. It's a haven for the metal scene in Atlanta.
Yeah. Do you guys have a
It's
favorite
perfect.
part about being an Atlanta band?
That venue.
No, do you guys have a favorite part
Oh,
about
dude,
being
okay,
an
my
Atlanta
bad, my
band?
bad.
No, you're good.
I love that city, man.
Yeah,
Yeah?
city's
There's
awesome.
so many. It's like a city with like 6 different cities inside of it.
Yeah,
you
really
know?
is,
Like there's
yeah.
so many different areas.
Yeah.
Like East Atlanta Village is awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Like Little 5 Points, amazing. We got to play Star Bar at some point.
I think it's about to go out of business, right? Is it officially gone?
No,
I've heard-
the developers backed out of that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
I
shit.
feel like I heard
Yeah.
that years ago.
I got offered to play there on Friday with the Zix guys. You guys ever heard of them? You know what I'm talking
Mm-mm.
about? ZYX, how you spell it? Like a classic rock kind
I
of
feel
band.
like I've heard of it.
They
Yeah,
asked
I
us
feel
to
like
play.
I've
Seen it on a
that
flyer.
Yeah,
name.
they're Atlanta, man. They're very Smith band, very cool guys.
Nice.
But they asked, I was like, damn, that place going out of business. We need to hit there, man. But I'm glad to hear it's staying around.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we haven't played Atlanta much. Like we're very much an Athens band. Atlanta's like a little not scarier, but it's like I don't quite know where to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But-
feel you.
We're figuring it out through this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There's so many like different options,
Yeah.
and with each different like area, it's like you have to know a completely different set of people to book a show there.
Yeah.
You know? It's
Mhm.
crazy.
And their crowd's not going to pull out another part of town, particularly if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like there's Smith's bands and there's Aisle 5 bands. You know what I mean? And there's Masquerade bands.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, they're Masquerade's mainly national shows. Like
Yeah.
when they do, like they hardly do strict local shows.
No, I don't know, man.
They offered us one and it got weird. They were
Really?
not happy with us doing Georgia Theater the same month. I was like, I don't think that's the
That's
same
dumb
thing.
because
but
it's
It's
Athens.
what is that?
Yeah.
Live Nation versus AEG.
that's what somebody told me was. I was like,
No
oh, that
way.
makes sense.
Interesting.
And they were
Okay.
straight up like, yo, we can either announce this show now or you guys can do Georgia Theater. And I was like, yeah, we're doing Georgia Theater. See ya, I love you. Respectfully, love you.
Yeah, man. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah, about the Atlanta scene in general. I mean,
Yeah.
like there's so many good metal bands in Atlanta.
yeah.
Like so many, and they're very diverse. Like you've got everybody from like hardcore bands like Yosemite and Headhunter and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that to like fucking just brutal deathcore,
Sustenance.
Torn
Left
Soul,
to Suffer.
Void Eater.
It's a shit ton of bands.
And then you got like metalcore stuff like us, Insomni,
It's cool because
And-
we used to be like the youngest,
and
on
they
the
all
scene.
support each other.
Yeah.
And like we're a couple years older now, and now there's like new generations coming up too.
Dope.
It's really cool.
That's awesome, man.
Lots of new bands,
Yeah.
always.
How many bands do you think there are in Atlanta? Hard to gauge.
10.
Like everybody says they're from Atlanta, and like we're guilty of this too. I mean, like we practice in fucking Buford, but I mean, like everybody's from Canton or Kennesaw or Noonan or something like that. But like, oh yeah, we're Atlanta, which is fine. You know,
going to the
makes
big
it
city.
easier.
Yeah, it makes it easier. And
It's the same thing just living in Athens, like interacting with anybody. It's like, where are you from? Atlanta. Where are you from? Atlanta. Oh, what part?
Oh,
and then
Gwinnett?
it's like, oh, we're not from Atlanta, are we?
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Do you guys? I'm rounding up here. We're at 64 minutes, by the way, fellas. This has been
nice.
wonderful. Thank y'all for coming on. I'm trying to think of some closing questions that have some heat, but I wanted to ask what you guys individually, your favorite part about Atlanta in general is.
in general,
Yeah, just in general.
Little 5 points.
What about it? Just like the vibes, the food, the venues.
The vibes, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, it's, from Criminal Records to the tattoo shops,
Yeah.
the Variety Playhouse. I've seen so many shows
Yeah.
at Variety Playhouse, and, Star Bar is so fun, and Drunk Man's Daughter's crazy.
Oh yeah, man. There's
I just love
definitely a
that
little
area.
vibe in that little intersection vibe going on.
Yeah,
It's like,
dude.
all right, this is nice. I've never played there though. Pretty
Lots
cool.
of fun bars,
Yeah.
for sure.
But you right here in the middle.
yeah. I mean, I've lived like in Buford, where we went to high school,
Yeah.
and like
He grew up in Atlanta.
whole life. Yeah,
right?
he grew up
Yeah.
straight. He grew up actually in Atlanta. He totally
Atlanta
did.
boy, ATL. Cool.
But like, I mean, like my biggest connection to Atlanta has been like the metal scene and going to shows and stuff like that, and going to shows in the Masquerade or Lakewood or Phillips Arena,
Yeah,
State Farm Arena,
all that
whatever.
shit, yeah.
So like I want to say the concerts, but like that doesn't just like make sense.
Oh, that's a good answer.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah, like the concerts in Atlanta are great. Like I've been to concerts, like big concerts, like out in. We'll
Whoa.
travel to Charlotte, like I don't know, like fucking seeing Iron Maiden and
Yeah.
Metallica and even like Turnstile.
Atlanta
or Knocked
is
Loose or
always a
something.
destination on the tour,
Yeah,
So that's great.
gotta
Yeah,
be,
it's always great, and like the people at the shows, the whole metal community in Atlanta is fantastic, and
Fucking right.
they're very drop of the hat, willing to help, willing to support your band, willing to take your flyer and shit, and like I've seen. Like there's like other cities that like I've heard and I've kind of seen too. It's not really so much like that. It's it's like, oh, if like this group of friends is going to see even like somebody as big as Metallica or something like that, like I'm not going because we are like sour or like I don't like you and I don't want to run into you, like type bullshit. Like Atlanta has nothing like that.
Grow up.
Atlanta has nothing like that. You want to go to a show, and
Fucking right.
no one's gonna care.
Yeah. Love that.
That like no one's gonna be pissed. I mean, I guess that you're there, and I mean, like, dude, like over the years going to shows here in Atlanta, like the amount of random people that we like run into that like, oh shit, I remember you from the corn pit or the, like whatever the hell.
We
the same
met
people all the time.
Yeah,
man.
we met the Right Lane dudes who ended up booking for us at
Really?
the
At Slipknot,
show.
Yeah.
Dope, man. That's connections,
Handed him
baby.
a flyer and he was like, holy shit, like and that's how we started talking.
Do they manage
Crazy.
Calico too? Am I thinking of the same company?
No.
They have a company out of Gainesville, Florida. I wonder if it was the same one, but never mind. Good answer though, man. How about you down
thanks.
here?
Kind of same with him. Growing up, I didn't come to Atlanta a whole lot, but I just obviously the shows, going to shows with him for so long, Jack as well. Other than that, I mean, it's exciting how big the film industry in Atlanta is right now. I mean, fucking Chris Pratt's here filming a movie right now. just hanging
I
out.
drove by the set.
Wait, what? You drove by the set?
It's at North DeKalb Mall. I live right next to it.
Yeah, that's so fucking
It
cool.
looks like a zombie or apocalypse type of thing.
Yeah, with
Damn.
Millie Bobby Brown, I think.
Oh, love her.
The
She's
two of
great.
them, yeah.
That's right.
So that's cool. Like you can just go
She's
be
a
an
treasure.
extra in any movie, like anytime.
That's dope,
Random
man.
point I'm making right now, but it's cool. Like you can just sign up, be an extra in anything.
It's like the film capital, right? Kind of,
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
Very cool, man.
I mean, the food in Atlanta is amazing.
Yeah.
You can just pretty much do anything you want, anything you feel like doing. There's a spot in Atlanta for it.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like that.
I've been watching back to Walking
And
Dead.
I mean anything.
All right, fellas. Thank y'all so much for coming on. This has been a blast, man. We're at 68 minutes, so that's a great episode right
Wait,
there.
we have to
Appreciate
wait
it.
one more minute.
Gotta
wait one more
Let's
minute.
go a little. You guys tell the people your Instagrams for the band and where to find you guys' music and all that shit and what you got coming up. What you want the people to know. You've got somewhere in the 30 seconds range.
All right. Instagram, Actus Reus Band, all one word. ACTUSREUS is how you spell the name. Facebook, Actus Reus. I think you can search like Actus Reus Official and it pops up. Maybe. Follow us on Spotify. That'd be great.
Be huge.
Do it.
We got an album coming out February 10th. It will already be out. We have tour dates probably up on our Instagram or
Video
our Facebook.
February 9th.
Video February 9th.
Yeah,
Check
watch
it
our
out.
videos. They're fun.
Yeah,
Videos are
do
very
that.
fun.
You know the tour
Subscribe
dates off
on
the top of
YouTube?
your head?
We don't need
Not
to do- we don't
enough
need
for
to-
69 minutes.
I'll put them in the bio. Put them in the bio.
Put them in the bio.
Right
Thank
on.
you
Nice.
guys so much for listening. Thanks to Clark's Collective for sponsoring the show. They're our show
Whoa.
sponsor today. They're having some bands.
Big man.
Yeah, man, no big deal. No big deal. You guys hit Clark's up. They want to get some new bands in. Y'all holler at them. Let's give them a wave for the thumbnail, fellas. You guys ready? Big smiles. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. See y'all later.
Evidence of the system.